Hello again and welcome back to the Judgement Day. We've had some rollicking episodes. Pakistan and Sri Lanka haven't made it to the semi-finals according to our expert panel. They are here again, once again, to dissect the two teams, West Indies and South Africa. West Indies has been a go-to team in this particular format. They've won world titles for fun, actually. South Africa are yet to make a mark. They're yet to win a title. They've been one of the most talented sides. Yet again, I think South Africa will rank in the top 4 of most experts. I don't know what these two would have to say now. We'll dive right into and find out from them. The first round is the intent machines, and we'll get right into action with PDogg. PDogg, intent machines. What is your intent report and intent ranking for South Africa and West Indies?
When you see in South Africa, you see Quinton de Kock. Unfortunately, after the 2023 50-over World Cup, it's not been the same. Be it for South Africa, be it for global leagues, even in SA League, you have not seen the same Quinton de Kock. That will definitely be a cause of worry for them. And then a guy like Reza Hendricks is technically correct player, but if you see the consistency of Reza Hendricks, it's not something you'll be really be appreciable about. So he's been on and off, on and off. It's a very good player. Then comes Aiden Markram, who's got a very ordinary IPL, been also dropped from the team for a few times. His confidence level will be low. If you see this particular top three, yes, they bat deep. When you're going to have a top three like this, the corridor of uncertainty, you would rather say, they're batting in the first 6 overs in the power play to give them a solid start. There's some X factor lacking there. When you see that bowling, Kagiso Rabada, who's been injured, has not been the same. His T20 records has not been the same as much as it is when it comes to the red ball on 50 overs. Then it's going to be Marco Jansen. Marco Jansen is also someone who's got the knack of picking up wickets. When you see the economy, it's not nothing to brag about. And the third seamer, according to me, is going to be Ottinil Botman. It's not going to be either Henrik Nokia or Gerald Coetzee. The reason being, after the injury layoff, Nokia has got very ordinary returns, be it in the IPL, and also he played a few games for South Africa against the West Indies last week. It's not been coming up with any returns at all. And Gerald Coetzee is someone who's also going to be expensive. So considering that where you need to have control early on, particularly Rabada coming back from injury, Jansen is a kind of a 50-50 player who gives the dimensions with the bat. Bats at number 7. And also a left armer, Ottinil Botman is going to be the right fast bowler to be in the mix. If you see that they, neither with the bat or with the ball, you don't see any kind of X factor that is really in this team. So my rating for them is going to be 12 out of 25.
Oh my God. If you just tuned in and you heard Prasanna speak about South Africa, you would think you're talking about a minnow, right? And that's quite strange. I mean, clearly, உனக்கு சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்கா பிடிக்காதுன்னு சொல்லிடலாம் இல்லையா? அப்படிதான்
சொல்லிடலாம் ஆக்சுவலி.
சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்கா பச்சை குத்திட்டு இருக்கேன்
நெஞ்சு இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கு, இந்த பக்கம்
ரெண்டு பக்கமும் தான்.
Robs, do you echo the sentiment? I actually found it a little. After he spoke, I almost. They used to say, right? Some marketing agents are amazing. You'd buy products which are not probably worth it. It felt like a marketing pitch, or do you think he's accurate there?
I don't think. For me, it felt like someone who knows the system very well and
knows the South African system.
The system very well, and someone who knows these players from very close proximity. When he spoke, and then I think he's got an honest opinion about. I feel it's very unbiased. And I kind of resonate with a lot of what he's saying. Quinton de Kock, yes, has had not great returns in the last year or so. I don't think that makes him any less of a player by any stretch of the word. I think he's an incredible player. He's a match winner by every sense of the word. So I think he will be dangerous. Reza Hendricks on the other side, again, very good player. He's not intimidating.
But having said that, he had a reasonable series in West Indies off late. He's made a few scores.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the main team wasn't there, but he's made a few scores.
Yeah, and Aiden Markram in that sense also top 3. If you look at the top 3, who intimidates in a sense and who kind of garners and augurs confidence for me is Quinton at this point in time. Markram is great. I think he's got a great all-round ability. He's, again, I think he's super high-quality batter as well.
I'll just stop you there before you give me an exact number. Aiden Markram looks $1 million. What does he need to do, Robin? Like from a batsman's perspective, what do you think needs to be that factor that just elevates him to the next level.
I think he's very in the Pakamboda. It feels like he's in his head caught in between two places. I don't think he's clear about now. Should I go and back myself and just smash the ball, watch the ball, and just hit it as and score as many runs as possible in as few balls as possible, or should I be someone who can,
Take the game.
take the game and take the game long? I think he's caught in between two places. The minute he lands on that clarity, whichever side, you will see him performing really well. Either one of those, because he can play both those roles. And the clarity it doesn't feel like he's got, at least from the outside. When I watched him, even in the IPL, it felt like mentally he was combating in the side le pono. I mean, where should I land here? And I don't think he was landing on one side. And he was like, I have my feet on both boats, and I don't think that works. It's not working clearly. And that's what my reading is from the
So
outside.
he's given a 12. Where are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards, if I look at the bowling, from a fast bowling point of view, Jansen, Rabada. Rabada's had a slightly better IPL than the last year, and I think when he plays for his country, there's a lot more that he gives than when he plays franchise cricket. And Jansen, I think he's someone who's in a place in his life or in his career where he wants to prove how good he is and show the world how good he is. So, as far as will it be Coetzee or will it be Bartman? I think Otniel Bartman is a solid bowler. In fact, when I was scouting for CSK, it's one of my recommendations to CSK. Like,
oh wow,
pick him up like 2 years ago, not last year, but the year before that. I like either Coetzee or Bartman or Andre Berger were my three options. Like, get these guys, get one of these guys, and they got them. I think for JSK. Two out of three are there.
Yeah. Andre Berger plays for JSK.
Andre Berger plays for GSK and for and I think Coetzee also plays for in the MLC side. TSK there. So here I feel again, I would say you give 12. I'd say 14.
Or Robin's gone
Kindness
a little
side.
bit more. Is that kindness or is it genuine?
Genuinely kind.
Anything mix funny? Actually, I'm leaning towards a 15 here. Not because of any kindness or anything. I just believe IPL or recent form or whatever has no consequence in an ICC event, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't, because people, a lot of times we just kept getting, we have a hang up, and that's why I believe even when the IPL is happening, right? IPL is a tournament which is slightly imbalanced for players.
Correct.
Because a lot of players come in after a long season. Most of your Indian players are burnt out.
Correct.
And most of the players that come in as youngsters and want to prove well are coming in with 3 months of practice only preparing for the IPL. So it's a bit imbalanced that way. So looking at it as a form factor, I wouldn't really consider it. And international cricketers from different places. I think Quinton de Kock in the ICC event last World Cup was a gun. I think he'll continue to do what he does. Riza Hendricks is the touch player who will do what he does. West Indies, for all that, right, it's got a bit of spongy bounce with the new ball. So I'm banking around Rabada and Jansen to get the best, and that's why I've given them a 15.
15.
I think as we move towards the next segment, we might find a few more points from our experts, and that's where we will dive into the next segment.
I would love to know from you, what has Quinton de Kock's success rate been in West Indies? Has he been in the CPL? Has he been someone who's performed really well in the past?
CPL is at a decent performance. I won't say it is anything to say, wow, raising your eyebrows, or it's a poor performance. It has been okay performance. And not many South Africans have really... Clausen played one season, 5 games for Guyana.
Miller nalla adirukana.
Yeah.
Miller has done reasonably.
Miller has been playing. Miller has been a regular there. Apart from that, if you see that playing lineup, not many have really played there, the CPL also. That also makes a factor.
Right, okay. I think we'll have to look at West Indies in the same one. Intent machine. If there is a machine that shows intent, it's West Indies. Can we talk about them here, please? We've got Johnson Charles up top. I don't think that changes. With Brandon King.
Yeah. And Shai Hope. I like this. This has got balance. I think it's got the right amount of oomph, but with the
oomph factor.
Yeah, it's got the right amount of oomph factor, but it's got also balance in Shai Hope, because Shai can also consolidate and play sheet anchor role, whilst he can also take the attack on. He's developed that game where he can take the attack on if that is required. And I think he's very clear in his head as to how he wants to approach it as well. I think if he played at 120, 125 strike rate before, now he's playing at 135. And that is an improvement for a man of his caliber. As far as bowling is concerned, I love Alzari Joseph as a bowler. I really enjoy Shamar Joseph also as a bowler. Akil Hussain, I think is one dimensional in with all due respect. Pudu ball la poduvan. And I don't think he's that effective, and he's become quite predictable. Ulla poduvan for right hander, he'll just bowl the in swinger. For the left hander, he'll bowl the out swinger. So after a point, you just know how to approach batting to someone like him. So I would say 15.
15 for West Indies with the intent machine, and Robin went with 14 for South Africa. He's given one more for West Indies. PDogg, your take?
பிராண்டன் கிங் இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக ஒரு படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆயிருக்கு, நான் தாண்டா கிங் அப்படின்னு, சந்தானம். அந்த
மூவி பேர் தான் நான் தான் கிங்கா,
நான் தாண்டா கிங் அப்படின்னு ஒரு படம்.
நான் தாண்டா கிங்னு ஒரு மூவி,
மூவி பேர் அது,
நம்ம பேர் நான் தாண்டா கிங்.
இங்க வந்து பிராண்டன் கிங். The only thing is you have to be very careful to the lengths what you bowl. If you try and bowl hard lengths to him, he is going to hit you ball to ball. இப்ப சீக்கா சொல்லுவார், அங்கே பாரு சபர்மதி அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இந்த மிட் விக்கெட்ல அடிச்சுனே இருப்பாரு. இப்ப கிரவுட்ல இந்த சபர்மதி எங்க இருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியாது. கரெக்டா அங்க பாயிண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணி அந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் போர்டில் அடிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு ஆளு பிராண்டன் கிங். அதுக்கப்புறம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஜான்சன் சார்ல்ஸ். அது எப்படின்னா, யூ ஆல்வேஸ் see a horse. இந்த கடிவாளம் கட்டினீங்கன்னா ஒரே இடத்துல தான் ஓடும். Even if you have 8 fielders on the leg side, he's going to drag you and hit you there in that place.
Even with or without the wind.
No matter what, he's going to keep on playing that pull. நிறைய பேர் சின்ன வயசுல சொல்லுவாங்க, பிடி மாஸ்டர் புல் அடிச்சு பேட் உடைஞ்சு போச்சு, நீ ஏன் உனக்கு பால் அடிக்கிறதுக்கு பேட்
அடிச்சு பேட் உடைஞ்சிருச்சா,
புல் அடிச்சு பேட் உடைஞ்சு போச்சுன்னுவான். பிடி மாஸ்டர் சொல்லுவான், ஏன்டா உனக்கு பால் அடிக்கிறதுக்கு பேட்டை கொடுத்தா புல்ல அடிச்சு பேட்டை உடைச்சிட்டு வந்து நிக்கிறியாடா அப்படின்னு. So
you mean the grass?
Yeah. So this is what Johnson Charles is all about. He's a destructive hitter. West Indies, you don't have that logic of me saying 6 overs 45. We have Akeal Hussain to bat at number 10. அதுக்கப்புறம் number 3 பார்த்தீங்கன்னா classy Shai Hope. He knows what to do. He takes it to 12 overs. That gives him the balance to explode என்றதுனால இது ஒரு dangerous top 3. அதே மாதிரி bowling, இப்போ சொல்றேன், அல்சாரி ஜோசப், நீ தாண்டியே ஐஸ்வர்யா ராய் இன் சிபிஎல் பிச்சஸ். இதே அல்சாரி ஜோசப்ப ஐஸ்வர்யா ராய்னு ஐபிஎல்ல சொன்ன நான் இப்ப சொல்றேன், நீ தாண்டியே ஐஸ்வர்யா ராய். he is going to come all guns blazing.
Reverse நிஜம் ஐஸ்வர்யா ராய். Okay.
He is going to come all guns blazing. There is no second thoughts about that. He's going to let some thunderbolts go. It's going to be a different bowler there.
What is the difference, the IPL and this one? What is it the pitches or?
The difference is nothing
confidence
but
Ashwin.
Fraser Megger standing tall and hitting you over extra covers for 6. And you're going to have that bounce, it is going to stop and come there. It's very difficult to play a guy like Alzari there. Shamar Joseph is someone who will get swing with a new ball. There's no second thought. That's going to be a potent thing. And another thing is, Akeal Hussain is someone who's like Imad Wasim. Yes, Robin made a point that has become too predictable because of the sliders that comes like an in-swingers, but not many teams have really sorted him out when you see the economy, be it when he plays the global leagues. He played for us for PSL in my own team. He has been absolutely phenomenal. He got a hat-trick as well. So not really many batsmen have really come out to the situation. Few people saying that, okay, I'm going to make room and try and hit over extra covers. Not that easy as you think. He's got a sharp slider. So if we see, their power play is also looking threatening. So I would rather lean towards 17 out of 25.
Oof.
17 out of 25. PDogg, that's quite a heavy one. I mean, you're banking on the Josephs, basically. One is inexperienced and the other one's... Is it a personal bias towards the Shamar Joseph, or you think both of them will play?
He is very, very good.
You think both of them will play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I gave South Africa a 15. For West Indies, I would lean towards a 15 again. Simply because of... I mean, they had Jason Holder, and Jason Holder is injured with a new ball. There's not much swing available. Both Alzari and Shamar, they actually don't swing the ball that massively. They're more hit the deck bowlers. Shamar just gets it a little fuller. A little bit of inexperience in the bowling, and that's why I lean towards 15. But I'm totally sold for their batting. I think they're going to create some serious damage. If not, I'd be very surprised. So that takes me to the next segment. The next segment is the tempo managers, which is where I think some of the challenges will be faced by both the teams. And tempo managers, who will manage? Yara manage பண்றீங்க? Tempo managers.
South Africa, you are talking about tempo managers. Tempo managers illale ide tanker lari. If you see about number 4, Henrik Klaasen.
Hey, Stubbs at 4.
இருங்க.
Hey, inside secret சொல்றேன். Stubbs at 4 பா. Keshav Maharaj told me Stubbs at 4.
இருங்க, நான் சொன்னது கேளுங்க. 4 Klaasen, 5 Miller. They're going to have Stubbs at 6. But even though whatever it is you have it.
இது எப்படின்னா even if he walks at number 4, stop the 6, போயிட்டு உள்ள, go back in and come at 6.
The 4-5-6 is going to be Klaasen, Miller and Stubbs. That is absolutely threatening because of the both front foot and back foot play of spin. Klaasen possesses, particularly the sixes, what he hit of Chahal. He had to be jailed actually. If I have got the powers, I'll put him behind the bars because the bowlers have got no respite at all, unfortunately. An unbailable offence. So, adukapram
unbailable, non-bailable offence.
Non-bailable.
Non-bailable.
Technically non-bailable, non-bailable. அப்படியே வச்சுக்கோங்க. Stubbs. Lot of people are thinking that is a weak when it comes to spin, but they are very wrong. I've seen him from 15 years. He's one of the classiest player of spin. Not only sweeping and inside out shots, he's got all the cheeky shots like
Reverse
switch
sweeps.
hits and reverse sweeps. David Miller is a much improved player of spin. I would rather want to have my statement right. If we have these three guys there, whatever they lose in that power play, when I say that Quinton, Reza and Markram doesn't look threatening, this is absolutely threatening to me. And then come to the middle overs, I would rather say, if you want to name top 2 left-arm orthodox spinners in the world, one of my choice will be Keshav Maharaj, and there is no denying that. He is absolutely class.
The top 2, second? 1 second?
Probably even one Keshav Maharaj. இன்னொரு ஒன்று யாருன்னு தெரியல எனக்கு. I don't know whom to name. Rangana Herath இருந்தபோது probably Rangana Herath might have been ahead of him. And then Shamsi has got a knack of picking up wickets with shorter lengths. I would rather see all of a sudden you say, Ada, ido varudhu lollipop. Then you go there and pull him with the bigger boundaries there. You get most of the wickets, if you see of Tabraiz Shamsi, is people playing on the back foot, trying to play the pick-up pull and getting caught at deep hit wicket. He is someone who might be expensive. 4 overs per 36. He's got a knack of picking up wickets, and Maharaj is very good, who knows how to flow the stem of runs. If you ask me, whatever they lost in the power play, I would rather give them 17 out of 25 in this space.
நீ சொன்னதை பார்த்தா I எப்படி expected ஒரு 26 marks out of 25. You settled on 17. That's not a lot actually, to be fair. You gave 19 to Pakistan and all, right?
Yeah.
You gave 19 for Pakistan in
Did
one
I?
of them. I think
Yeah.
so. Maybe
Then,
I think we'll
then
leave.
it is going to be 19 because there is not much of.
Okay, you're saying 17.
I'll stick on to 19.
You stick to 19. You'll move to 19. So okay, for South Africa, he's moved the tempo managers to 19. Robs, it's a lot of pressure, Robs.
It is pressure, but
Already match master 19 kuduttaru.
But I like that middle order. I like Klaasen, Miller, Stubbs, Jansen. I actually like Jansen also. Keshav also can bat quite a bit. As far as bowling is concerned, I still think Rabada may bowl in the middle to take wickets, and then they will use Maharaj and Shamsi. Shamsi, obviously a little expensive, a little bit of a defensive bowler. At least the mindset comes across as a defensive bowler, which is why I don't think he pitches the ball as full as he can or he should, because that art is not a easy art to decipher as a batter, you know, and I don't think he uses that advantage. So I would give them 18.
18 for South Africa in the
Yeah.
tempo managers. I'll
Yeah.
actually go with Prasanna and give them a 19 as well. I think they're a solid side. The
Yeah.
middle order is really threatening. I
Yeah.
think what will be left to see is how late can they delay the arrival of David Miller. The later he comes, I think South Africa is in a really good spot. And the only thing I find with South Africa is what happens. See, every team will go differently. Every team will go about their business very differently. But with South Africa, I feel they will go slightly opposite to most of the other teams. They might not show much intent in the power play. They might want to hold on to the wickets till 8 or 9 overs to delay the onset of Klaasen, Miller, and because if you say if they lose 2 or 3 wickets, you don't want Klaasen or Miller coming in and nurdling the ball around. You want them to come in a position where they can attack. The kind of damage Klaasen created on Adam Zampa in South Africa was something unreal, man. I've not seen somebody bat against spin that well. He's a high quality player. I'm sure the bowlers.
Quinton and all, he can't not show intent, bro.
No, I'm just saying Reza can play through. Actually, you have the license for both Markram and Reza to bat the 20 overs.
Impact player illame, one person has to bat through. It goes back to traditional T20
cricket. So I'm saying it gives them even more license. They can even delay the,
Correct.
Death, especially in West Indies where you can take advantage of the wind. That's why I've gone with 19. That's my explanation. And I think even bowling wise, like I agree with Prasanna. Shamsi will find ways to get a wicket. And Keshav Maharaj, having worked with him closely at RR, he's quite smart. He's a smart operator. And won't be easy to get away. I'm
Yeah.
sure you will have your days where you go for 40 runs, which is quite common these days. But I think he'll give them a bit of stability. South Africa, we had a good chat. Let's talk about West Indies. What do you think about the tempo managers? There's no tempo really. It's all one way.
One way street is it. So it's like tempo Puran, Hetmaya, Powell and Russell. Yeah, tempo. It's only like he said, it's a lorry. Tempo
It's a truck.
It's a truck. So and they have Romario Shepherd or Jason Holder.
Jason Holder is not fit, I think, so he's not going to take the field. And
so then Romario Shepherd. That means he's also gun with the bat.
Akil Hussain can bat. He can conk a
bat.
ball.
Yeah. Alzari can bat.
Alzari can hit a ball. You're right.
Alzari can hit a long ball as well. So middle overs, who will bowl for them? Russell will bowl for them. He has this uncanny ability.
Romario Shepherd will bowl through the
Romario Shepherd will bowl, but then yeah, they won't have a spinner in the middle unless Akil bowls.
That's the question. Would they play Gudakesh Moti? He's a fine bowler. Do they have an option to play Gudakesh Moti or Roston Chase? Because Roston Chase has been good.
And I'm batting upon
Roston Chase can bat at 7. He's been doing well for some of his teams. And even last game, I think, against South Africa, he's made a 40 odd.
He performs all the time. Like Robin said, 3 Hope, 4 Puran, 5 Hetmaya, 6 Powell, 7 Russell. There is no space for Chase.
In fact, I was talking to Powell and he told me it's between Hetmyer and Rutherford. He really rates Sherfin Rutherford.
Yeah,
and I think they might incline towards Hetmyer at the end of the day because of the experience.
Definitely Hetmyer.
Definitely Hetmyer.
With West Indies cricket, don't be so sure.
No, they're actually they're quite a tight unit at this point.
They are a tight unit now, but they're also quite lopsided about a lot of things in the sense of and that's why the players have also moved around the way they moved around.
A little bit of free will.
That loyalty has not been there because loyalty works both ways, right? I'm not taking away from Sherfin Rutherford. I think he's an incredible player. Again, T10 I played with him and he is super effective. Hits a really long ball. And I think he's better against fast bowlers than the spinners actually. He's incredibly good against fast bowlers. So I think he will be a good inclusion as well. But again, if Hetmyer is playing or not, I'd like to see Motti play because they need a spinner in the middle. Because they don't have a spinner in the middle. So will they go with Russell bowling in the top 6 and then bring Motti and Russell and Romario Shepherd in the through the middle? Because they need someone because they can go through the new ball with Alzari and Shamar Joseph, and then they can use Motti and perhaps one from Russell, one from Shepherd, and then use the other 3 of Russell and Shepherd and Motti through the middle phase, and then finish up with Alzari and.
So where do you place them? Where do you place them?
I would say batting is gun, dude. Batting is just gun. I'd say 19, yeah.
Oh, you've gone with a 19 for the tempo managers. PDogg?
So people have been asking for the second spinner slot. When you have Shamar Joseph, when you have Alzari Joseph, when you have Andre Russell, the idea will be to drop Romario Shepherd and get Roston Chase in. That is going to give them that opportunity to bowl spin. That is the only place. Roston Chase is a floater when it comes to bat, where he can bat number 4, number 6, number 8. And he is also someone who can do the same damage what Shepherd can do at number 8. How many balls do you think when you have a power batting lineup like this, like Shepherd coming in at number 8, hardly 12, 13 balls? That can be done by Roston Chase. That's going to give you another variety for having an off spin particularly. So that is what is my thinking is. When you see this actually, Puran, Hetmyer, Powell, Russell, Shepherd or Roston Chase. சாமி படத்துல கேட்பாங்க 8 போட்டு காட்டிலே 8 என்னலே 7.5 போட்டு காட்டுறேன் அப்படின்னு விவேக் இந்த வண்டி எடுத்துட்டு ஓட்டுவாரு. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டிஸ்ட்ரக்டிவ் பேட்டிங் லைனப் they have got. If you see that, some commentators will say, Shoy Hope gets out, Puran will get you. Puran gets out, Hetmyer will get you. Hetmyer gets out, Powell will get you. This is going to be scary batting lineup. At the same time, when you see, unless otherwise they get Chase in, Akil Hussain doesn't have a great record bowling at middle overs because he also relies on sliders like Imad Wasim. And then someone like Romario Shepherd, if he plays, Romario Shepherd is a guy who's always expensive. He's a 4 overs 40 runs bowler. So if you see that into the consideration, Russell is also someone who will pick wickets, again a 4 overs 40 runs bowler. So whatever advantage they possess with their power pack batting lineup gets nullified by their bowling. So I'll still go with 17 out of 25.
Nullified னு சொல்லிட்டு 17 out of 25 வேற.
Because
17
the
is a
batting
reasonable.
they can make it up. It's
ஆமா.
too
And
brutal.
that's the thing. The batting
Too
is
brutal.
like
Actually, the batting
Too
is really strong. I also incline towards the same. I'll also go with a 17 to be fair. I mean, but
for me,
I
it's the batting that has
I like
taken
the idea of Roston Chase there because Roston Chase can bat. He's a high quality batsman, and I don't. It's only a matter of time before he turns a corner and finds a tempo.
Yeah.
But ideal would be, I mean, Shai Hope has come through, but Roston Chase can bat if there is a slide up top as well. Anyway, that brings us to an end to the tempo managers, and it's now time to go into the end game, which again is pretty good for both the teams. I reckon probably West Indies a little bit more once again because of the power. We need to talk about Dre Russ. PDogg, the end game with West Indies and South Africa. Where do you want to start?
You want to start with South Africa or West Indies?
No, it's up to you.
I'll start with South Africa, my favorite team all the time. So when you see these guys, there's Stubbs, Miller, Jansen, Maharaj can also bat to an extent. That is also a little bit destructive because when you see someone like Miller, he's not the same Miller who's going to slog each and every ball. He's got a range hitting, he chooses particular delivery, and he's been phenomenal in exploiting it and taking it deep.
What's been the difference, What's been the difference between David Miller of the past and present?
David Miller in the past tries and plays too many shots there. He doesn't wait for his range. He tries to create opportunities. Try and move outside the off-stump. Try to play the pickup flicks. Try and make room and try and inside-out shots. Now he's waiting for his range. Even for the spinners, you see, many a times he play the flat sweeps and get out LBW.
He doesn't
play that at all now anymore. So he wants it to be in the slot. He knows that even if he connects with the toe end of the bat, he's going to get a 6. That is a maturity levels what he has shown. And Tristan Stubbs has been someone who's been an absolute difficulty to bowl at the way, he comes up with all these innovative shots. Worst thing the bowler doesn't like is when someone moves towards a crease, left, right and center, from off stump to the leg stump. And Tristan Stubbs does that for both spinners and seamers. And Marco Jansen, someone has got the ability to hit Rashid Khan for a hat-trick of 6s. That particular Rashid Khan in SA League, in a ground like that where it assists spin, he can really bat. Then Maharaj, his batting lineup at the end, then make it up for what we spoke about in the power play. When it comes to the bowling, that is where that concerns me because Jansen is not someone who is going to be an expert death bowler who can defend 11 runs of the last over. Let me be honest with you, he doesn't have a toe-crushing Yorkers. He doesn't have more varieties in slower deliveries. And he's not really quick when compared to others. He can bowl 140, but not on a consistent basis. Rabada is someone, as I'm reflecting, someone who can bowl 140 plus. Where is he conceding runs? He's trying too much of leg cutters and off cutters and getting hit for 6s. He doesn't trust his Yorkers more. Bartman is a new entity, but I will put my money on him. So here again, when you see much similar to West Indies, where they've got that firepower of the bat, but when you see their bowling, I'm a little bit worried whether they have that bowling lineup to defend 55 or 5. So I'm going with 15.
Little bit worried bro. Bowling deathல.
That's what I'm saying. Whether
bowling
they can...
இல்ல bro. யார் இருக்காரு?
Rabada has to bowl. I think that's why they have to use Bartman. Maybe that's why he's inclined towards Bartman.
That is why
they have to use 1 over of spin.
Look,
because you can பார்த்து சொல்ல முடியும் that 5 overs 55 in the bowling lineup this 11 that will look
that's what I'm saying.
Defend பண்ண முடியாது.
I'm not really sure.
You will go look at an unknown quantity or you look at a Nokia if he's back in rhythm and he's had the confidence. I truly believe cricket's a confidence game. And what you believe and what you believe you can achieve, you will actually go there and achieve. And how good you feel about yourself when you're playing. And a lot of these guys, given even their recent experiences or just even current form in that sense, I don't think that confidence is it augur. I can't augur that much confidence from this fast bowling lineup.
That is the reason I don't have a confidence they're going to defend 55 or 5 overs. So I will give 15 out of 25.
What about West Indies?
West Indies is someone, if you see that they're again the batting, when you see that rightly pointed out by Robin, Alzari can hit towering 6s, long balls, and you see Akil Hussain and Alzari Joseph's going to bat at 9 and 10. And 8 is going to be Shepherd or Roston Chase. It's just, you feel like, okay, you don't have a respite as a bowling unit. There can be 44 folks still bail you around to 170. But again, when you come to the death bowling, Alzari is going to bowl hard lengths there. As much as is he going to be successful in the first 14 overs, can he replicate in the death? I don't know. Then you come back to Shama Joseph. He's a genuine swing bowler, will surprise you with his speed. But can he rise up to the occasion? தெரியாது. And then if you see, if Romario Shepherd plays, he is going to bowl in death overs. Russell is going to bowl in death overs. Russell's economy is very, very high when it comes to death overs. So whatever advantage they have with the bat, again nullified with the ball, but still with a power pack batting lineup, 17 out of 25.
Oh, he's actually gone 2 points more for West Indies. Rob's, yours essay and West
My
Indies.
essay will be, as in I like their batting, but I don't think it compares to West Indies' firepower, to be very honest. Klaasen will have to play right to the end. Miller again will have to take a bulk of that load with Stubbs. Stubbs has performed in franchise cricket. How well will he come off in international cricket? We'll only have to wait and see. I would give them, and their fast bowling, like their death bowling, I've already spoken about. I would give them a 15, mostly for their batting.
Robin's gone for a 15 with South Africa, right? That's interesting. And actually, PDogg also went for a 15 only, right? PDogg also went for
15,
a 15,
huh?
so that's a even Stevens.
Okay.
What about West Indies?
West Indies, I will do the batting is incomparable, I would say, as far as death batting is concerned. I think Russell will bowl in a death, and I disagree with you about economy rate. It does not matter in the death. What matters is how effective and how many wickets you can get. And if you're getting wickets, and that he has been doing forever. He has this uncanny ability of picking up wickets irrespective of bowling
Some ordinary balls.
some really ordinary deliveries. Like, batters know how he's going to bowl, where he's going to bowl. Short a poda porana. And still they get out to him. They'll hit, like Aiden Markram. He knew he was going to bowl short to him in that final. He still pulled it to long on and got out. Right?
Correct.
So he has this ability to get wickets, and I think he will be effective in the death. I don't know how Shamar Joseph bowls in the death. I know he's an incredible swing bowler. I think he'll surprise us with his death bowling. And so I will give them about 90.
Oh my God, that's a lot of points, Robin. You've gone with 19 for West Indies again,
Yeah.
right? 15 and 19. I actually thought I expected South Africa to get a lot more points than West Indies. Sheer for the reason of they've got that experience, they've got the balance, they've got a decent attack with experience again. The only facet where I'm hearing again and again is South Africa's unsure bowling attack, which you guys are not very sure about up front and up at the back. So we'll have to wait and watch. So my rating for South Africa and West Indies, I'm actually inclined towards South Africa yet again. I don't know why. I'm giving them a 17, and I'm giving West Indies a 16 because I'm actually giving West Indies 14 on 13 for their batting.
Okay.
And for their bowling, I really do think there's a lot of unknown commodity there and lack of experience. What happens if you come up, like if he says,
but in a tournament like the World Cup, the unknown commodity can also be an advantage.
Sure. When I'm saying unknown commodity is the lack of penetrativeness, if I can call that, the lack of options.
But you don't know if they will be penetrative or not be penetrative, right?
The history of, like, if there was a recent T20 series in Australia, West Indies played the T20 series. They hit some monstrous sixes. West Indies were in the game, but they conceded 220 X's every single game. With Jason Holder swinging the ball up top, they had a reasonable power play. In case this West Indies bowling attack starts off and a team gets up to a 50 or a 60, I can see the wheels coming off quite soon. If they do not have a Chase and Moti together, I actually believe West Indies should play Moti and Chase together to create decisiveness and penetrativeness through the middle, which I highly doubt. Because they will go for that balance of more power hitters and go that route. But look, we're talking about West Indies. Like you said about
West Indies also. So the thing
I
is,
still think so. I mean, the wickets are not that placid, Robert. So with the power pack batting lineup, you still need to be able to grind. However, I believe West Indies is West Indies. They got knocked out of the qualifiers last year. They could go all the way this time. So we do not know about that. So this is just my rating. And finally, the next segment where we will be looking, we'll bring this to an end and we'll bring the balance report. Let's see how the balance of both the teams look. Quickly, how balanced is South Africa? How balanced is West Indies?
South Africa, the only problem is their power play. Power play with both bat and ball. Middle overs, they're going to gain points on what they've lost. Surely because of the spinners, what they've got, and the power hitters, what they've got. Even in the death, the batting really is going to come up. The only problem is with the ball. So if you see that overall, this is what exactly the holes, what they've got, which is going to be vital when it comes to how you start in West Indies. When you have a problem with both bat and ball in power play, how much ever you make it, the overall, if you ask me, it's going to stand 16 out of 25.
16 out of 25 for South Africa.
South Africa.
What about West Indies?
West Indies, if you see that The batting is going to be a power pack thing, be it power play, be it middle overs, be it death overs. And the bowling is definitely going to score marks in power play. The only problem is that bowling from over number 7 to 20. They are going to win the battle with the bat 1 to 20. They're going to win the battle with the ball 1 to 6. Or they're going to maximize it the way what you are saying, adding another extra spinner. Because I wanted Rochester Chase to be there. But what is the way of playing Moti in? I don't know, because Akil is going to be the first choice spinner. So that 7 to 20 in the bowling, if they can come to the party, even restricting them 10 runs more than the average winning score, this batting lineup will chase it down. So if you ask on average, it's going to be 19 out of 25.
Oh, balance is 19 for West Indies. I think they have a lot of batsmen who can bowl. So that makes sense. Robs,
ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ batsman who can bowl, bro?
Russell,
Oh,
Romario Shepherd, Roston Chase. Akil Hussain is a bowler who can bat. So is Alzari Joseph. If you factor all that in, this is creating a lot of options.
Balance wise, I think both sides are pretty lopsided. I feel, from my perception, I feel like both sides are very batting heavy compared to their bowling. I think their batting is better than their bowling. So they would need their batting to win them games. I think so. They will look to chase in every game, ideally, and they back their batting. So for me, as far as balance is concerned, I would give both teams an equal 16 on 25, but more heavy towards batting, obviously.
So more inclined towards batting. You do think bowling is the Achilles heel.
Yeah.
So in terms of balance, I think I would give West Indies a little bit more. I would say maybe a 17 and South Africa a 16. The reason I'm saying that is South Africa have a little less in terms of bowling. Because
Yeah,
they've got Janssen at 7, they've got 5 bowlers. The only other bowling option is very similar to what India has. Right? They do not have batsmen who can bowl. So it makes Markram the only option outside of the top five bowlers to be able to.
Stubbs can bowl.
Yeah, he can. He bowls a bit of off spin, but that's both.
Markram da poduvan.
Yeah, if they need a
Markram
first choice, they will go to Markram. So that's why I'm giving them.
Markram 100% poduvan. He'll be the 6th option.
He will be. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they started with Markram first over of the game. They've done that quite a few times.
Two, especially left-handers, if they're batting.
Maybe not. They will see. They will see if they find a batting lineup which might just rotate it around for the first over. They might use him for the first over.
Also, one of the prolific number 6 bowler for domestic team the last 2 years, the off spin of Reza Hendricks.
Reza Hendricks off spin, huh? Okay, interesting. Okay, we've got the final scores. First, we'll start with South Africa. PDogg has got 62 for South Africa. Robin has got 63. I've got 67. That's pretty close. Is that fair enough, or we can say it's all the same?
Yeah, I think the assessment is pretty fair.
Pretty fair. And you, where do you think they finish?
சொல்ல முடியாது bro.
I mean, we haven't qualified. இன்னும் ஒரு டீம் கூட qualification கூட்டு போல. We have not taken them.
Qualify கஷ்டம் தான்.
You think South Africa won't qualify?
கஷ்டம்.
Okay. PDogg?
They will be eliminated.
PDogg, you've given a 62.
They will be eliminated in the Super 8s, but this is the one team I want my prediction to go very wrong.
You don't have to be humble, and you don't have to gain any brownie points. You don't think they're qualifying. You don't think they're qualifying.
You are anyway done working international cricket. Udunga po.
Right, okay.
I don't see them going past Super 8s, unfortunately.
Okay, the next team is West Indies. Clearly, Sri Lanka has not gone through. Pakistan has not gone through. Associate nations haven't gone through. Yarum pola. West Indies poma poda. PDogg has given a whopping 70. So we'll start with that.
Semi-finals.
Okay.
West Indies.
They finish in semi-finals. They eliminated in semi-finals.
Definitely they'll go to semi-finals.
Are they eliminated in semi-final, or they'll go to the top 4? They have a chance.
That is difficult to say, Ash. One bad day, one good day. I'm always someone who will say that when you get into playoffs, we're into knockouts, you've done a great job, because you can have a bad day, you can have a good day. But in my opinion, the team, what they've got, even they've got a little bit of a hole in the bowling, they'll still get to semi-finals.
I have given it a 65, Robs. What's your 69? You're very close to him. 70 and 69.
Illa bro, I will still say Super 8s.
They're not qualifying to the semis. Very interesting.
Too many holes in the bowling.
Robin's given a 69. PDogg's given a 70. The first qualification has been given by PDogg, which is West Indies into the top.
You have to understand, as assessors, he's a headmaster. I'm a kind headmaster.
Oh, no.
So I believe the next 6 teams will have all 4 qualifying according to what Robin is looking like. So let's get there, and that brings us to an end to this episode.
Yours?
Yeah. No, I am not saying anything.
Ilya.
No, I am not giving. I am not assessing whether they're qualifying or not, but if I feel a hunch, I'll definitely give it.
Okay. Sir.
I have not yet felt a hunch.
Okay.
I'll get there. The last episode surely will qualify. So that brings us to the end of this particular episode. Let's see who else will qualify in the next